Well, hey guys, I want to have a little share of some information that I found out the hard way, which is usually how it goes. I had a black screen ELD. The road was rough. I didn't really think a lot about it as far as what I end up finding out about my situation and what actually caused it to go black screen. When it goes black screen, you can't log anything, so it shows as an error, no communication, and you have to pretty much switch to paper. And you have to go through a whole lot of legal steps. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. So I'm going to show you what was going on with, again, another fuse box problem. I happen to be checking the fuse box after the mechanic at the repair station told me about which fuse was causing the problem. And it happened to be the diag port, which is right there. And this is just a spare fuse down here, but this fuse up there was actually laying on top of this one when I opened the box, because it was just, like that. And when I opened it, there was the fuse. I was like, okay, that's an extra one. What happened? So I got to looking, and I had to count. Of course, let me stick my glasses on so I can kind of see what's going on here. I need to brush out my floor mat. I was in a mud parking lot yesterday. Anyways, right here, he said, look for the DIAG, and it shouldn't be over 10 to 15 amp. So I went and checked that, and of course you count rows, such and such up, and then over from the left to match the port. That's what I do anyway. And he said, that's the one. So that's what I did. I did that. I noticed the port was empty. I looked down and saw the obvious relay laying there, and I was like, okay, I guess we have a problem. So at a rest area now, it was pouring down rain so badly that I just stopped for the night. They asked me, they said, legally you can drive on paper, but I had plenty of time to make the rest of my miles for my load. So what I did was, they said what we do is just take a break, and then you can reset your electronic clocks, because as soon as I plugged that sucker in, it lit up, of course, and I was thrilled, because those stupid things are $700. And I was like, now why in the heck, I just, after all the other mechanic issues of $17,000 in repairs to the truck, I just can't take any more kicks to the, what? I'm just not going to do it. It's crazy. I'd have to do it, but you know what I mean. It's like I shouldn't have to. But anyhow. So I got up in the truck, and I figured that'd save a little bit of wind noise and what have you. But that was the crazy thing, because the other one is, the other fuse is actually behind this panel. So the diag port, which is down above the fuse box, and I'll show a picture of that too, but the whole thing is, he said about a foot away from the port will be another fuse. Can you check that? So I had to take the dash completely apart, and then I had to unscrew the screws for the this particular instrument cluster, and in behind was one of those rubberized fuse holders that had the little pop top, and he popped that off. I pulled it. It was a micro fuse, if that's the correct term. Spade fuse, I don't know, I think it's probably 10 amp too. And I checked it with my continuity checker, ohm checker, just did a quickie, I had continuity, so I knew that it wasn't broken inside, and that's it. Visually you can see it, but it's small. I'm getting older, my eyes, you know how it is. So what I did was I just stuck the ohm meter on there and went, okay, it's good. What's next? So in the steps that they took me through it because the Memphis repair shop was super great for the IVG. They walked me through steps and checking things, and of course I had no power, but he also said it might need a software update. He did say that the lights might be so dim you may not be able to see them, and I asked him, would that cause a black screen? And he says absolutely. So keep that in mind. Call and check on that. You can unhook the power head, and you can take it in, walk it in, and you can be checked that way, and they can check for functionality and software level. So keep that in mind. That was a learning tip for me. Knowing where the fuses were, I first took off the other side of the panel and tipped it out and looked. It was about 6 screws, I think, and they're all Phillips. All these ones are anyways, and I was able to trace down where it was. And I wanted to see if there were any tension on any of the cabling, you know, because those wires in there are actually quite tiny. I'll show you. Okay, here it is. I got a brand new out of the bag cable. Now, this is the power lead. You can see it's red. Get that over. See how small that is? You know, any of these got under tension, or if there was an issue with heat, or who knows what. This one is brand new in the bag when I bought the upgraded 5G unit. To replace the old one, this bag came along in the bag. Let me get that bag over here. Let's see what we got here. And that was the actual barcode and bag for that particular unit. It came with zip ties and a bunch of other stuff. But I just wanted to show you that. And now you got to see, you know, the size of the wiring, how delicate it really is. So that you wanted to make sure. I did anyways, just for my peace of mind. My mind would go 18,000 miles an hour. What if, what if, what if? So when I looked at everything and saw that there was really no issues there, I did need to check fuses. He thought that the fuse holder was going to be on the harness, visible, so I could at least kind of measure it out and see, but it was not. But you can see where the red power lead was. That's where they had it, I'm assuming. So when I checked that out and saw the fuse holder, I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Pulled it out and did what I just said I had done, checked it with an ohm meter. So it turned out to be nothing. I was kind of dejected a little bit, and I was like, what the heck is going on? I can't afford another stupid bill. It's insane. So when I saw the relay laying on the floor, it was like manna from heaven. And that's the whole ticket for me, is one less bill and having guardian angels watch out over you. It's like, okay. So I ended up putting the relay, like I said, and I waited overnight. So I had just got through finishing my paper log for the 2 days time period, because once I had started, I finished one full paper day, and then the next day I had started it, which was yesterday, and of course found the issues. But I just matched it up when I changed duty status, and then I did my odometer subtraction on my miles and made sure I had an accurate mileage. And I don't really run that fast anyways, so everything is good to go there. Whether I was on paper or electronic, it makes no difference. I mean, I did work at Werner for 8.5 years, so you know, I've got, I think, 732 miles on electronic logs. You know, that's more than I want to run these days. I don't have to run like that. You know, for all you folks that watch, and I do see the analytics, a lot of folks are 65 plus. Well, I'm 65, so you're welcome to the club. So that all works. We're running down to Port Houston. I just have a simple crate on there, tarped. I'll probably maybe throw in a picture of it. It's pretty simple to talk about. The load had to be, you had to back up a ramp uphill. That's the second one in a row, and I had to back in uphill. And of course, when you go into a building, you can't see anything in your mirrors. It's a black hole. So once we got in there, everything was good, and I got my load on. It didn't take long. The guys helped me throw the tarp around a little bit. No issues at all. I was pretty happy to get it done. Happy to get a load, and wasn't that far away, and it paid decent. So hopefully we shall get some new and unusual stuff to show you. So I guess that's it. I hope that helped you if you have any of these issues with the IVG Omnitracks. That way you can find where they have the fuses, what the relay looks like, what it's described as on a PACCAR, which is mine's a Kenworth T660, so I wanted to mention that. It's a 2010, so where it's located, it could be in various spots, but look for that. And now you saw a picture of it, and you can go at least find that row and see if there's an issue there. If you have a little ohm meter, that's probably one of the best things that you can carry, is to be able to check out, and of course you can find anything you want on YouTube if you want to learn how to use that setting to check it, see if it's bad. Some of those great big spade, I guess, relays, you can use a standard fuse, a blade fuse on those. They are big enough to do it, and they do sell other blade fuses. Those relay boxes like you see there, those thin metal ones, the silver looking ones, very difficult to find in my view. If you know where, comment, tell me. I've tried at dealerships and some of them just don't have them. So I carry boxes of fuses and boxes of standard 5-pin relays. So I've got all that stuff brand new in the box, ready to pop in if I need one. So that's it. I'm rattling enough. I hope you learned something. I hope it helped. I did. I learned today and yesterday a couple of things, what I needed to do to make sure. So I guess we'll see you on the road.